It appears that Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's bid to oust House Speaker Mike Johnson is dead, effectively. It has been dragged out by
Nancy Pelosi's gazpacho police.
On Tuesday, House Democrats announced that they will not back Marjorie Taylor Greene's motion to vacate the chair. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, not Nancy Pelosi, announced in a statement with other House Democratic leaders that we will vote to table Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's. If she invoked the motion, it will not succeed. At this moment, upon completion of our national security work, the time has come to turn the page in this chapter of pro-Putin Republican obstruction, the leaders wrote. So, wait a minute. The majority leader is a Republican. Why do the Democrats matter? Well, because they need votes. See, under House rules, yes, one person can put up a motion to vacate the chair. But in order to actually remove the chair, you need a majority of votes from the other members. And without the Democrats, there are not enough votes to remove Speaker Mike Johnson. So Johnson's here to stay, at least for the time being. The reason that McCarthy was removed is because Democrats allowed it to happen. They voted, all 208 at the time voted to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. So what changed? Well, it turns out Johnson is actually smarter politically than McCarthy and gave Democrats something that they wanted. Allowed them to pass military aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. So, look, let's be honest, most of Congress works for defense contractors who make a ton of money from this kind of military aid. So let me break down how this works, right? So in the case of Ukraine, we send them weapons and equipment from our warehouses that we have stockpiled. Then what we do is we take the money that we get from, or I should say they take the money that Congress gives them and replenishes those very stockpiles with new, sometimes more expensive weaponry. The other way that this benefits these defense contractors is that the Ukrainian government is allowed to contract directly with companies like Lockheed Martin or RTX for weapons that are manufactured in the United States. And some of the aid money that we send them, they basically turn it around and use it to buy weapons from our weapons manufacturers. So that's how it benefits the military-industrial complex. Either way, you have the defense contractors that win, that get richer. Now, not that Marjorie Taylor Greene cares about that, okay? She is not some anti-war voice, all right? She's one of those people that wants to invade Mexico in order to fight the drug cartels. Okay, the thing about her in Ukraine is that she just prefers Russia for various social conservative reasons, all right? Like, for example, their crackdown on LGBTQ plus people. That said, Mike Johnson, look, he's also, more of a Christian nationalist, right? And he also works for defense contractors, but he's also an evangelical. There are credible reports that Russian forces have been imprisoning, torturing, and even killing evangelical Christian leaders in the occupied territories in Ukraine. So obviously that's going to have an impact on him. So he's going to go pro-Ukraine. Not only that, but also anti-China by helping to fund Taiwan, and of course, the pro-Israeli government. So, all those things. For him, it obviously aligns more with his worldview, in this case, to work with the Democrats to get this passed, than it would be to side with Greene, who has even lost Donald Trump's support. Let's be honest, Greene is not winning any friends here. Speaking of losing support, other Republicans weighed in on Marjorie Greene's motion to vacate, including Representative Matt Gaetz, who said, I oppose a motion to vacate at the current time. Remember, this is a guy who successfully got rid of Kevin McCarthy using the same ploy. Now he's like, I'm going to pass on this one. Perhaps Matt Gaetz has other things to worry about, like the ethics probe. Don't know. There's more. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, another lunatic, also said, I think that's pretty much not going to happen. We're at too much of a slim majority. I don't support what he's doing, saying Mike Johnson. He went back on his word to us. However, I'm not going to risk giving the gavel to a Democrat. Others cited off the record. They worry it would disrupt the GOP unity ahead of the election. They fear there isn't a better replacement. They believe it failed due to a thinning majority. And some say the time just isn't right. In fact, one GOP lawmaker told CNN, quote, even trolls online have said they don't want it. Oh, when Marjorie Greene loses the trolls. Oh, you know she in trouble. Now, that said, speaking of trolls, Marge went to social media to rage about this, saying that Mike Johnson is officially the Democrat Speaker of the House. Here's their official endorsement of his leadership. What slimy backroom deal did Johnson make for the Democrats' support? Just passing and funding Ukraine. It's not even a backdoor deal. It's one of those, this is what we want. We're going to push ahead with what we want. And it's right out in the open, funding for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Right there. It's literally in the bill. But no, she's going to go to conspiracy theories because that's what she does, right? She can't see that he obviously, supports the Ukrainians. He also supports the military-industrial complex. All that stuff. That's pretty obvious and out in the open by his actions. So, no, it's, oh, but it must be a backroom deal. What do they got on Mike Johnson? What do they got? All right, interesting. She also said that he should resign, switch parties, and continue voting for Biden's open border invasion of America. It's not happening. Endless wars. Happens with every single president, Republican or Democrat. Full-term abortion on demand. Not real. Trans agenda on children. Whatever. Warrantless spying on the American people. Now, that actually is something that did get passed, and it is pretty devastating. So that is one of the points that actually is happening, and it is shameful and disgraceful that, the Biden administration continues to allow the warrantless spying on American citizens abroad. Just saying. Weaponizing government against President Trump and his supporters, ridiculous. And every other Democrat wish list item he's handed over. Okay. It just sounds like a bunch of talking points ripped right from like Breitbart or something. Look, she then adds, if the Democrats want to elect him speaker, and some Republicans want to support the Democrats' chosen speaker, I'll give them a chance to do it. Oh, does that mean she's going to bring a motion to vacate anyway? Oh, go ahead. Bring it, Marge. Let's see what happens. Let's see how many more friends you lose.